Hi everyone, Dave here from Charest Studios, and today I'm out in my greenhouse, which I just got set up yesterday, and I'm excited to give you guys a little bit of an update here and get back to the hydroponics a little bit. Today we're going to be talking about why I start my hydroponic plants in potting mix in little peat pots or in peat pellets. So I'm going to go right from when I put these in, all these little seedlings that I have here, right into getting them started in hydroponics and a little update. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm all ready to plant. I have my seeds here. I have my little stakes that I'm going to use for tags. I got my label printer. I got these little 2-inch pots. They're natural fiber pots. And these, well, they're stuck together pretty good. But these, I'm growing most of this stuff for hydroponics, so I'm going to need to be able to put it in one of these hydroponic baskets. This is a 3-inch basket, but one of these 3-inch fiber pots is too big for it. So you could kind of slit them and cut them down to fit, but I found that it's just fine to use a 2-inch cup, even if there's a little bit of room around it. Once you get everything planted, then you can put the stones on top of this. Now today I'm going to be just planting in these little cups and letting them grow as seedlings, just as you would if you were putting them into soil, and until they get about 6 or 8 inches tall probably. Then I'll put them into hydroponics. You could do it anytime really, after they have some roots coming out of the bottom of these little pots. These things are also cool. I like them. The little pellets, I love to use these. However, I do prefer, this one is like made out of it's like a sawdust material, and it's not as good in my opinion as the peat pots, the original peat pots. The peat pots just seem to hold moisture better, expand better, germinate faster than these. Jiffy Pop makes the peat pellet ones, and this was some other brand made with, I don't know, it says recycled material, natural fiber. Okay, so I got my soil, and it's kind of, it's pretty damp, and I mixed it up really good. And this is potting soil, and I'm just going to fill these up. Anne Marie is making the labels for me. And I like to fill these almost to the top, but not quite. And then I'll just put them right in my little greenhouse box that I showed you. And then we'll plant them after we got them all set up and labeled. Okay, here they are, and I'm going to go give them a little watering now, and then we'll just put them on the kitchen window. So it's been just a couple days, and we already have some endive coming up, and some broccoli rabe. Tomatoes still aren't up, but I started some more today in this container, so they're obviously not up yet. But I started some Thai volcano peppers, some 4th of July tomatoes, which is like a medium-sized tomato that comes early, and these are super beefsteaks and yellow pear tomatoes. So I got way more tomatoes than I'll need probably, but I'll probably keep one plant of each and then give the other extra one away. So here's some of the seedlings from the first batch that I have outside here, acclimating on this beautiful day. A little cloudy, which is perfect for getting them strengthened up and getting them used to the regular sunlight. A nice cloudy day like this is great when you want to harden up your plants. Just make sure it's not too cold. We're in the 60s here now, so we're okay. Yeah, that it's not too cold and not too sunny when you first put them out. And also, if it is kind of sunny, you can, just do it for a short time. Okay, so here's another quick little update on these seedlings that I started a few weeks back now. And here's the ones that were more recently started. And I'm just getting them acclimated out here again in the sun. I'm thinking that we can get these They're starting to put roots out of the bottom of these cups. These could go into hydroponics setup any time now. So I'm going to set up my greenhouse hopefully this weekend, get the buckets ready, fill them up, and drop these in the cups and put them in. And you know, I'll show you guys once I get that all set up. That'll be the next update. Okay, so I got my greenhouse up yesterday and I'm ready to get started planting those little seedlings now. I have my, this was from yesterday when I picked the stinging nettle, and I got it in here, put a little cardboard up there just so it didn't get too much sun. And I'll bring it into my studio at night so that it'll stay nice. And this is cabbage. Just update you a little bit. Here's the seedlings over here. But this cabbage was cabbage that I planted back in September. So I've got it going, I don't know what it is, about 8 months now. I've been doing continuous harvest with this red cabbage by just, you know, trimming up the lower leaves. You guys who watch the channel know. And yeah, I think I'm going to harvest that now because this one's starting to go to seed. So I'll harvest that now and I'll get something else started to put in there. But what I wanted to show you was these plants are ready for hydroponics. They don't have roots coming out of the bottom yet. Let's see if I can grab one of these big tomatoes. Oh yeah, they got some little roots coming out of the bottom. So they're ready to go into the hydroponic setup. And normally, you know, you could put them right into a 5-gallon bucket, but because it's still kind of cold, and I might have to bring them inside, in and out, into my studio and out, I figured I would just put them into these mason jars. These are 1/2-gallon mason jars. And then when they're, you know, in a few weeks when it's warm enough, I can just pop this out with the plant in it and put it into my bucket. So I'm going to plant these up now, at least a few of them. And I'm going to use, normally I would use Master Blend, but right now I'm using Maxi Grow because that's what I have mixed up. And it won't really matter too much until this plant starts to flower, and then you really want to be on the Master Blend. So I'm going to fill these up until I get about 1/4 inch coming into the cup, into the net cup. And then I know that this plant will be fine for about a week or so before I'll need to add any more solution. And the reason why I have them bunchied together like that is just because you know, they're kind of easy to tip over or get knocked over, and that way with a wider base it's more stable. So that's just temporary, you know. As they get bigger I'll separate them, but as these get bigger they're just going to go into the 5-gallon bucket, so they won't even be in these for more than a couple or few weeks. Hope I have enough for all three. No, I'm gonna have to mix some more. But I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how I plant these up, and then you can you know, you could do this into a bucket or into any vessel that you wanted. Basically all we have to do now is just drop our plant in, and that is it. And you could put a little clay pebbles on top if you want, but there's really not much, you know, just to kind of make them look nice and keep the light from going down on this little edge here where there's a little bit of space. But it's not necessary at all, you know. I'm not probably going to do that because they're not even going to be in here that long. But, you know, even a little bit of light coming in is not good for the solution, because it can grow algae. So I may put a few clay pebbles up here. So that's it. You got you know, right into the hydroponic, as long as you're into the solution 1/4 inch or so, and they'll do fine for the next few weeks. And then I'll get them in buckets. And then what you could do is, once these go into the buckets, then I'll take these little chicory plants and I'll put them into these jars. So then everything will kind of just rotate. You know, these will go into the buckets and the little chicory plants will go into here. And yeah, I'm going to get more. I'll be getting more of these 1/2-gallon mason jars ready tomorrow. and doing some more of the tomatoes. So I'll probably have them all done in a few days. So that's all for today. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope your hydroponics are doing good. I hope you're getting started with your gardening for this year. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will get back to you. Until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.